May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to another video from Kirk. So this video is titled Kirk versus Narcissist College Student. So without further ado, let's get started.
Can two men have babies?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You say it's a natural law that I don't have a choice on who I marry. It's natural law that I don't choose who I marry. That's not fair.
No, hold on a second. Why does your own choice matter more than what is true?
What is true?
What do you mean
Exactly.
what is true?
That's what we've been talking about the last 2 hours. What is true? What is good? What is beautiful? This is what you guys should be. This is what we should be thinking. Oh, does it come down to you?
Yes, it does.
Come on. So let me ask you a question. So it comes down to you. Wait.
Let me hold it, come on.
No, we hold it. So was Hitler right when it comes down to you?
No,
Why?
because he just fundamentally disagrees with my beliefs about
Your
people.
beliefs, but
Yes, exactly.
Hitler's beliefs killed the Jews. Why was he wrong?
Oh, sorry. Can I just quickly say something about how we just went from talking about the government controlling marriage to Hitler for some reason?
No, but
Can we finish talking
I've
about
listened to your argument for
government
20 minutes. It makes no sense. Totally respectful. Like, you've made no sense for 20 minutes. So I'm going to get to
Please,
somebody
guys,
else. So,
listen to what you just said.
Yeah.
I mean, all I've been talking about is the government controlling marriage.
I've been super patient. I've been super patient. Makes no sense. So
I can say things don't make
it's got-
sense all day. I mean, it's really not that hard.
yeah, got it. Okay, so just question. So why was Hitler wrong?
Why was something wrong? I mean, you can write a whole essay about that.
Well, tell me one sentence as to why Hitler was objectively wrong.
To me? I mean, to
No,
himself, he was right.
Of course he was. So there's something above you and above Hitler that we're comparing right to. What is that something?
Morality.
Where do we get that from?
How you come up, where you're from, your parents, your culture, I mean, the place you live. I mean, a lot of different
So
things.
are some moralities better or right, more right than wrong than other moralities?
I would say no, because it just comes down to you personally.
Okay, so the Taliban believes it's okay to rape 8-year-old boys called T-boys. Are they wrong?
To me, yes, they are wrong, but to themselves, they think it's right.
Is there... Are they objectively wrong?
Okay, what is an objective? What is the objective?
Well, hold on. Objectively, looking
According
outside,
to what?
right and wrong.
That comes down to me. And to me, they're wrong. But to them, they're right.
Wow.
I mean, that is how it is.
So let me ask you. So the Nazi guards at concentration camps, they thought they were doing right. Were they
Yeah.
doing right?
No.
In your opinion or objectively?
In my opinion, no.
But what if they were to say we were doing right?
Well, then we have an argument, me and them. And then we have a fight, and then we have a war, and then it is what it is. That's how it is.
When somebody goes and rapes a woman here on campus, are they wrong?
Yes.
Why?
Because that is something you should not do.
Oh, so they should not do. Hold on a
should not
second.
do it.
You just did a should statement. You didn't do a should statement with the Taliban with little boys. What does should mean?
I mean-
What are you comparing should to?
Myself?
Are you?
Yes.
So it's your morality that
Yes.
triumphs over any objective laws.
I mean, not technically. I mean, at the end of the day, I can do whatever I want. I mean, I'll end up in jail. I'll end up, wherever I end up. But, it's whatever world you live in.
Is that the way we should design society? Everyone does what's ever right in their own eyes?
I mean, no, because it would be kind of chaos at the end of the day.
I agree. So then what standard should we then derive morality from other than opinion?
I mean, there's a lot of standards across the world. I mean, wherever you go, there's different life standards. I mean, the life standards we have here versus South America, Asia,
I
Africa,
agree.
it's all completely different.
Are some better than
wait, I'm
others?
not done. Are some better than others? I mean, it comes down to where you're from. I think, wait, let me finish. I think the standard we have here in America is one of the best ones.
But now
And
you're
I
using
do
different
think-
words.
No, let me finish,
Should,
let me
best.
finish.
So some things are better than others.
That's true.
And then the question is,
Yeah,
what is the ultimate good? You're climbing the ladder, you're getting closer.
It comes down to you.
Does it?
Yes, it does. What is the ultimate good? It's my world. I live in my own world with my things. What I think is good is what I think is good.
You don't understand that's one of the most narcissistic
Yes,
things.
it is. I'm a narcissist. So what? So what?
Wow.
What if everyone acted the way you just articulated? What would that world look
I
like?
have no idea. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
So you probably agree that's a terrible world to live
Yes, it would be. But thank God not everybody's like me. Yes, thank God.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
we have clarity. Thank you.
Yes, we do. Anything else you want to talk about? There's a lot more.
I think I understand your worldview pretty well. All about me, no one be like me. You're
So what are you trying to get at, though? Is what I'm-
It's obvious, and I've been doing this the whole time. There is a transcendent, eternal, external morality.
So you're okay. So
that
you
exists.
Say, okay, so you say there is an objective good and an
Of
objective
course
bad.
there is, yes. And the denial of that is only something we entertain because of how insane modern culture has become.
How has it gone insane?
We say men give birth.
I don't say that.
The Biden administration does.
That's not me.
They say that chest feeding, I know, because it's all about you. I got that, okay?
Yeah.
So we've been through that. Only about you, right?
That's-
Center of the
yeah,
universe.
100%,
It's Copernicus over
Yep.
here, right?
That's me.
So yes, we are now in a postmodern age where it says in the scriptures, man will do what is ever right in his own eyes.
So the scripture is right.
Of course it is. Yes,
Says
but
who?
okay, says God, but I
Okay,
could get
wait,
through
wait,
that.
Wait. What is a God?
Jehovah, Adonai, the oneness,
Okay,
ethical
okay.
monotheism that built the world you live in.
So an omnipotent being. is what you're trying to say.
Omnipotent, not omnipotent,
whatever.
but that's okay. So
Same thing, different way.
omnipotent, omniscient. I mean, I could get theological
Okay.
if you want, but even lesser than that, C.S. Lewis developed it called the Tao. Okay, so even this is more agreeable. I'm a
okay.
Christian, but every almost any functioning culture has something called the way.
Gotcha.
Meaning that
Yes,
there is
that's
a
true.
better way of living than other ways.
Yeah.
And if you compare Confucianism, you compare Roman,
Yeah.
Greek,
There's always a way of life.
and it's very
Yeah.
similar, and they have some harmonies, and we must develop in the West what is the way. We have said to our kids, there is no way. Do whatever you want. Hate to say it, you articulated it beautifully. But
I mean, the way of life changes throughout time. I mean, to say there was one guaranteed best way to live, I mean, I feel like that's two-dimensional.
is it?
I'd say so. I mean, life is bigger than the two dimensions, black and white, good and bad.
I'm not saying it's good. There's hierarchies or nuances, but wouldn't it be worth spending some time wondering what is the best way to live?
I think about that all the time too, and I've come to the conclusion that it's just up to you. Honestly, I mean, live your life how you want to.
That's not the point. The agency is not that, is the ought to. So the Greeks had a word for this called telos, where you get the word telescope from, far out in the distance, something that you should yearn towards or desire, the best way for humans to live. Now,
Sure.
I believe that's a Christian way. Some people might not agree with that.
Yeah.
But you cannot say that we should as a society acknowledge a way is necessary. The founders acknowledged it, where they said the laws of nature and nature is God. We hold these truths to be self-evident. So our whole civilization is built on an idea that there is a way, and we're now teaching our kids, no there isn't, do whatever you want. I'm saying that's really, really dangerous.
I have a question. Can this way change and evolve as time goes on?
It can adapt, but not necessarily for the better. And that's why Christianity is just as applicable today as it was 2,000 years
That's
ago.
true.
And the founders did not write the Constitution for the times. It was written to stand the test of time, because as much as we try to convince ourselves, human beings don't really change. We're still self-interested, we still lie, we still cheat. That's why the Constitution has lasted. It's the longest lasting political document in history.
I love this ending part of this statement. He said, no matter how the woman life is, it does not just change drastically. You see, because the Constitution that was written 100 years ago, if you check it, there are so many things that still stand. So you don't just change simply because you feel like you feel like the woman life is changing. Just like the guy said, whatever works for him is what he does, and that is his own view. But I feel that is a bad way to live your life. You don't live every moment the way you want to live it. You can check your life. Maybe in the last 5 years, there are things you're not proud of. You work on yourself. That is growth. So you don't just do you. Okay, whatever works for you, you do it. It does not make sense, because you can do something that it works for you perfectly fine, but the society, it's harmful to the society. So you can't just say that, okay, as far as it makes you happy, every other person can go to hell. Like the mindset is seriously selfish, and that is not the kind of people I want to be around with. Like someone that is just selfish about themselves. Every other person is none of their business. Like I can't stay around that person, because I feel like I can't even give the person like full trust that the person got my back, because it's all about the person's self. Like this guy, it's all about himself. Whatever he feel works for him is fine. He don't care like the damage that it will cause in the long run. So long as he's okay with it, it's totally fine. But I feel, yeah, the way Charlie broke it down is the human life is in a way that we hardly change. We can just, do one or two things about ourselves, but it's still the same process. The way people have been living in 100 years is almost the same way, except maybe innovation and those things that are coming in that are making our life a little bit easy, but it's still the same way. We have to eat to survive. We have to give birth the same way. We have to, use the washroom the same way, and everything is still the same. We are not changing. Okay? We still need to sleep to wake up healthy and strong, and so many other things. So now my question is, where did we get the idea that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man, or a man can get married to a man and a woman can get married to a woman, or a man can identify as a goat, or a woman can identify as a cat? Like, I don't know, where is this like idea coming from? Because it's if the idea is just a narcissistic idea whereby you want to do things that will benefit you, you want to do things that you love, undermining how the society feels about it. You are being given birth to in a particular way, and now you feel like you want to be you want to do your thing, you are in love with same gender. By doing that, you are depriving another person of having a feel of this world, because you guys are not like built to connect the same way. You see, it said opposite attracts. If you're doing positive, it won't work. Like, it has to be positive negative for you to get an effect. So that is it. Well, let's just continue and see how this video unfolds, guys.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm saying that absent an eternal standard, something transcendent.
There is a objective good that we should all strive for.
Yes, and we have to talk about what that is.
Sure. What is it? Let me know.
That's the question.
Okay.
I believe in the ultimate, it's Christ.
Okay.
But in the American context, it's ethical monotheism. That there is an ethical one God that administers a way for your life, and you build a civilization on it.
Okay, the thing is, talking about Christianity, I mean, you know Nietzsche, God is dead.
You mean Nietzsche?
Nietzsche, whatever. God is dead. I mean, Christianity is a dying religion every single year. The numbers go down. And a while it's going to be gone.
Okay, so I'm going to try to save you here, man. Nietzsche lamented the death of Christianity, just so you know.
I've read Nietzsche, however you want to say it.
It's Nietzsche.
Whatever, big difference. I mean,
okay.
Either which
Did you read Beyond Good and Evil, or Thus Spoke Zarathustra?
I've seen Uber's mention all that shit.
I love that video. Yeah, which one? Thus Spoke Zarathustra? Or Beyond Good and Evil? Beyond Good and Evil is a book, but maybe that'll be a video game too.
Okay,
but no, but here's what Nietzsche said, though.
Can I say my point real quick?
Okay.
Get it out. So according to Nietzsche, God, whatever, it doesn't matter. You get the idea. God is dead according to him. Every single year, Christianity numbers fall, religions die.
That doesn't mean it's not true.
Okay, I know, but one day, Christianity is going to be gone.
No.
Yes, it will be.
It'll be a remnant.
No, it will be a remnant. It will be a small little religion,
but this is
never
also
have the control it has in the government.
Maybe
today. Every single day, as
Christianity has ebbed and flowed before. It's gone from martyrdom into exile, into revival. Christianity looked like a dying religion in year 400 and year 1100.
That's true.
So, but you might be right, because in our scriptures it does say that we'll be persecuted and that our numbers will decrease in false prophets. So you might even be right. I'm not going to deny.
What I'm trying to say is, why build a whole culture around something that is going to perhaps die one day?
Well, first of all, we already built it.
And it's falling.
Is it
falling?
Yeah, is it falling because we're going towards Christianity or away Christianity?
That's just the natural way of things. I mean, the Greek religion fell, Rome fell. I mean, things come and go every day.
Wait, hold on. Do people still worship the Greek gods?
No, they do
not.
Yeah,
okay. Well, Christianity has staying power. And by the way, before you get too ahead of yourself, the gospel's spreading in Africa like never before. So Christianity's actually...
they said that years ago. They say that every
It's increasing worldwide. It's decreasing in America. But hold on to your point. What am I getting at? We could debate taxes and borders. None of this matters if we don't first acknowledge some form of something outside of ourselves needs to exist to have a good and free society. You don't have that. You're going to live in a really crummy, totalitarian country.
You rely on a God to tell you what is good and bad.
Yeah, the God of the heavens and the earth.
Okay.
Yes, but even if you don't,
I rely on the community around me to tell me what is good and bad.
Yeah, I mean, but hold on. First it was you, now it's the community. You're all over the place. So.
Well, you are a part of the community. You are, you are the community.
Well, that's
you
not,
are an individual member.
Again, that's if you rely on the community, then in Nazi Germany you'd be running trains to the concentration camps, right?
Well, that's what people were doing.
And that was wrong.
It was.
Okay. The question is, what's going to prevent us from doing that again?
You could do the same thing with God.
Of course you can pervert what is true. It does not make what is true wrong. What is true is eternal. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet. Thou shalt not have any gods above
me. I say all
me.
this, but I mean, the American government will go bomb a,
Fair enough.
whatever.
That means they're not living up to the standard. It doesn't make the standard not true.
I just think the standard is something impossible to reach.
Is it impossible, or is it necessary to set for us to strive as close as possible to?
I mean, honestly, yeah, it's a good idea.
Thank you.
I'd agree with that. I'd agree. It's a good to set a good.
It's a good telos, a good
I
thing
guess
to
so,
strive
but
for.
listen, but wait. But not everything Christianity says is perfect. That's the thing.
Well, look, I'm happy to defend Christianity, but what I will say, I'm saying even if you just acknowledge, anybody, that there is a better way to live, that is a win. That there is a way that humans ought to live and ways that we should probably avoid. That is at least a refutation of postmodernism, which is what is dominating the land today.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. That's where you started.
I mean, I just think it's just this whole good versus evil is just so arbitrary.
That's very Nietzschean, but it's not.
I respect that.
I'm going to say something radical, okay? A child put in an oven is not subjective. That is morally reprehensible no matter what culture, no matter where you come from. I don't care about your history. I don't care about your shared experience. That's evil.
I agree with you, but you
know why? Because all of a sudden something other than your reason is kicking in, which is your soul. Yes, it is. Because we know at a soul level, it's wrong to put kids in ovens, okay?
But not everyone around the world would agree with that, unfortunately.
Well, they're evil. Thank you. That's an evil thing.
Okay, then we're back at good versus evil. What is that? Black versus white.
Okay, so we could, again, I would say the good is that which is perfected in being.
Okay.
All right?
That's your personal definition.
Well, no, it's Aristotle's, but that's okay.
Gotcha.
So pretty important to creating the West, right?
Okay.
But if we build up from that, we understand the greatest thinkers of the West, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, they started with what is good? And they spent their whole life asking that question.
Yeah.
How often do college kids ask that question?
Rarely.
That's a problem.
Most people rarely think that, though.
That's what I'm getting at, is that if you do not honor that there's something above you, something beautiful, something transcendent, even the possibility, the idea of it, I call it religious. You could call it,
community, that's what I would call it.
But so philosophos, philosophy, the love of wisdom. Wisdom is the knowledge of things that don't change. We rarely teach kids things that don't change. We teach them things that do change. Knowledge is important. Wisdom is eternal. Wisdom is, what's the best way to live? Are human beings good or bad? What is justice? What should the punishment be for a stolen Snicker bar versus murder? These are the most important questions, right? And we don't contemplate them nearly enough at universities.
The thing is with that is just like the way the world is today, where things are so changing so fast. It's just hard to root something into.
Hold on. Let's go. Are they changing fast, or are they staying the same faster?
We'll go more into that.
Are we better people because we can fly from Phoenix to New York and have Wi-Fi and Twitter, or are we more of the same, just in an accelerated way?
I'd say it amplifies who we really are.
Bingo. So we don't change, it just speeds it up. So shouldn't we discover who we are? The nature of man, which is what Aristotle did in his Ethics. He did it better than almost anybody else, that there's an ascendance of virtues, right? The ultimate being courage. The goal of humanity being happiness. He had a word called eudaimonia.
Yeah, feelings don't change. We all feel the same.
Sort of. You're getting close. Yeah, but this is what I'm getting at.
How you feel that changes.
No, that's how you feel.
You can feel happiness,
Yes.
you know, looking at the sun, watching the sunset. But nowadays, the way we can feel that has changed.
Sure.
The way we feel, the way we
changes
do things
slightly, yeah.
But we are still fundamentally the same.
Yes, and then we want to learn what that fundamentally the same thing is. Thank you, man. I want to get to other people. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. You were you started rough, and then we got somewhere.
Wow.
Thank you.
I love the fact that towards the end of the video, they both, you know, got to an amicable ending, because like the ending was a bit cool. You know, we are human. Would have to be human before would be any other thing, because like I said, there is no continent in this world that you put a baby in an oven and you won't be punished for it. I don't care the country you are, you will be punished for it, because we are human. You see that our human instinct will surely kick in and make you feel like, yeah, what you're doing is bad. So even you won't want to do it, because like you are human. So no matter how we change, even let's say in the 90s, in the this, you'll be punished the same way you'll be punished now. Maybe the punishment would increase or decrease, but still you'll be punished because what you're doing is bad. So I just love this dialogue. I love how they went from back and forth, went in different ways. I feel like Charlie is the kind of person that he believes in morals, you see. He believes in what you are doing way more than your kind of person. So if what you're doing is a bit good, he's okay with you. And I think another thing I got from this video is he's trying to pass his message, trying to make you see reason why you should do good, okay? Or you should believe that there is someone, or there's a creator there, or there is something beyond just our human imagination in this world, and that is what the Bible have been trying to, you know, preach. And also he said the founders of American, or the founders of, you know, they thought, what is really good? What do you think is good for the people? What do you think is good for us? What do we call good? And that shows how we'll plan our life, okay? If I see this person falling and I help the person, is that defined as good? If I see this, if I do this, and the Bible states it accordingly. It said, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not convert your neighbor's wife, and those things. And those rules or those laws are applied up to today, okay? Even if some of them are not punishable, but at least some of them are extremely punishable. You converting your neighbor's wife, the law might not hold you accountable for it because it's your personal decision. But when you kill somebody, the crime is very, very huge. And those laws are still up to now, because it's like a human standard law. These are something that, based on a human feeling, you're not supposed to do. Because if you hurt someone, there's a feeling in you that make you feel like what you did is wrong. If you convert your neighbor's wife, there's this feeling that make you feel like, no, I'm not supposed to do this. If you steal, the same feeling still kick in. You feel like, nah, I'm not supposed to steal. This is if this thing is being done to me, I won't be happy. You see that guilt that hold you, that trap you, that make you feel like, nah, this thing is not good. It's kind of your soul speaking to you, and it happens everywhere. You see, even if it's not in the law, it's in the law or whatever. When you do such a thing, you get this like guilt that make you feel like, nah, I think what I'm doing is wrong. I need to apologize, or I need to fix this. I need to return what I've stolen. And that is the guilt that makes us human. Okay, it's beyond our selfish interest. You see, at the beginning part of the video, the guy was a bit selfish. It's about what makes him happy and not what makes other people happy. Everyone can get the happiness from somewhere, but at the end of the video, he felt like, I think what Charlie is saying is right, because that is it. You know, it's surely right, because you have to think about other people too before you think about yourself. You know, sometimes you want to do something, but you ask yourself, how would my decision, you know, affect others? So it makes you, you know, think or prepare yourself for every decision you take, because each decision you take is not just about you, it's about the end result. If I'm going to carry a bomb in my bag and end up killing a large number of people, you need to ask yourself, okay, so what will I derive in it? Okay, I don't know if they did the same to you, but I feel your conscience will surely prick you, like, oh, what I'm doing is wrong, or I'm not supposed to do this. These people are also human. That is just our inbuilt human, you know, letting us know that our decision is not right. And it does not matter the century, even if you were born 1800, even if you were born 1900, even if you were born the year 2000, it still does not matter. That human instinct still kick in. And that is like they actually impute more of this human instinct into our law, you know, to help us, to guide us into the, you know, the process of life. You know, it's there, even if you are not a believer, or you feel like, oh, you don't believe in those things in the Bible, but still you can still feel it within, that when you do such a thing, you are wrong, guys. And I just love this. I love how this video ended. I wish I could see more, but that is the end. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you want me to react to more videos like this, let me know in the comment section. If it's your first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember this.